Hey everybody, this is Mr. Beckstrom, and today we're going to take a look at calculating the derivative, where we're going to have to use the product rule and the chain rule, and we are also going to need to kind of group and simplify at the end. So here we have e to the 6x times the quantity of 3x minus 7 raised to the 8th power, and the way that we originally set it up is through the product rule. So notice that we can treat e to the 6x as one function, and we can treat 3x minus 7 raised to the 8th power as our second function, and that product encapsulates the entire function there. If we had tried to start with the chain rule, well, we could apply the chain rule on either of these individually, but we couldn't apply the chain rule to the entire function. That's why we need to start off with the product rule. So doing the product rule, we're going to do y prime is equal to, so it's equal to the first function there, so e to the 6x times the derivative of the second function. So this is a chain rule one, which means that we're first going to have to do the power rule, where we bring the 8 out front, reduce the 8 by 1 to get 7, and then keep the inside the same. And then we're going to need to multiply by the derivative of the inside function. And the derivative of 3x minus 7 is just 3. So it's going to be times 8. Bring that 8 out. Remember, when we're taking the derivative of the outside function, we are keeping the inside the same. And then times the derivative of the inside function, which we said the derivative of 3x minus 7 is just 3. And that is our first part. And then we're going to add. And now, instead of doing the first and derivative of the second, we're going to do the second and the derivative of the first. So I'll put the second term here. So that's 3x minus 7 raised to the 8th power. And then we're going to take the derivative of e to the 6x again. E is the e to the something, that's our outside function, and the 6x will be our inside function. So the derivative of e to something is just e to that same thing, times the derivative of the 6x, which is 6. Okay, so it looks like in the first part here we have a 24. In the second part, we have a 6, so we can factor out a 6 from both of these terms. And we can also factor out an e to the 6x, because we have one in each of those. And we can also factor out a 3x minus 7 raised to the 7th power, which will just leave us one more 3x minus 7 over here to the first power, which is just 3x minus 7. All right, so then this is going to be equal to, we're going to pull out that 6 there, and then we're going to put the e raised to the 6x, and that we're pulling out the 3x minus 7 raised to the 7th power. And then this is 24. We pulled out a 6, so we still have 4 left over. And that will go in the terms that are left. So here we factored this out, we factored this out, and we factored a 6 out. So 24 divided by 6 is 4. So we're left with a 4 there, and then from here we're left with one of these, and the 6 got factored out over there. So 3x minus 7, like this. All right. Now, let us go ahead. I'm just going to put quotation marks here because these two aren't going to change. Let's clean this up a little bit. So 4 minus 7 is negative 3. So we'll have 3x minus 3, and we'll go ahead and pull that 3 out there. So that'll be x minus 1 here. This is what all of this is if we just add 4, negative 7, and then factor out the 3. And then finally, 3 is now a factor of the entire thing, so we can pull it out front, giving us the 18, because 3 times 6 is 18, e to the 6x times 3x minus 7 times that last x minus 1 there. Alright, and that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks.